Done that way.
Right, I'm going with it. We're live, and I'm going to play the theme music, and I'll come back to you and tell you a bit more about what the technical difficulties are. We maybe have a solution to it. It's live with the theme music. So it might be on it should be on your band page. So I've still got you. I've got an audience coming up. I've still got you on Messenger, so we'll just talk. You know, maybe I'm gonna have to hold two phones. Oh, for God's sake! Right. I've got to use the other phone to play your music. But I can do this. What's the juggling act? Yeah, try that link to come back in again. We're just about coming out of the theme music. Okay, we're live. We're back in the studio, and hopefully, Kevin can hear me. Can you hear me, Kevin?
Hey, Rob, I can hear you.
Right, I don't know if everybody else can hear you. Problem is, right, for everybody's information here, the audio would not connect in Restream. We are in the Moose, the Medicine Show Radio Moose Mobile. Kevin Dooley, I'm in somewhere in the Highlands of Scotland. Kevin is in, I believe, Longmont in Colorado. Is that correct, Kevin?
Colorado, exactly so. Right on the front range of the Colorado.
Well, I know exactly where you are. It's a beautiful part of the world. I got to pass through it one time. So what I'm doing, and you can see this on your screens now, is I'm actually holding the phone up at the microphone. You've never seen Bob Harris or do this on Radio 2. So we have got audio. I'm pretty sure folks can hear us. So what I'll do is, just for my own peace of mind. Kevin, would you speak at this moment in time?
Yes. Hey, Rob, and DJs and folks in the UK.
This moment in time. I can't really check if they can hear you or not. I'll tell you what to do, folks. Please, if somebody could go to the chat frame and let us know if they can hear Kevin.
Am I coming through, folks?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
But it's my phone's not very loud, so we are struggling. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We are in the Moose. I do swear, people do just tune in to see me sweating buckets over these.
Where would life be without these challenges, Rob?
It's an amazing thing, this technology, if it's all pointed in the right direction or not. So, problem is, Kevin can't make it into the studio. We've had technical difficulties. I have got him on my phone. I think what we'll do now is, Kevin, I'm going to play a track from your beautiful album, and congratulations on this. I can tell it has been a labour of love, and the recordings are beautiful. and the stories are great. So I want to delve into the stories. We'll talk a bit about where it was recorded and how it was recorded. But Kevin, I want to start with Northern Boy from the album. Tell us just a little bit about that, and then we'll get a full story when we come back after the song.
Autobiographical song. I was born in Southern Ohio.
Yeah.
And this is a song about that, and then my heading off to Colorado later in life.
Okay, so yeah, and the album's pretty much story songs about your family and connections to the family. So we'll get into all of that as well. This is for everybody listening. This is Northern Boy from Kevin Dooley's brand new album, Band of Gypsys.
Thank you, Rob.
Been a tinker and grinder in my granddaddy's well, Becky's hand-knit sweater, plus wingtip shoes. Motown found in my Irish blues. Summertimes we'd gather on the porch of Lake James, water skiing, volleyball, playing board games, fires on the beach, Oscar Mayer's roasting, singing campfire songs and telling stories with ghosts. You know, finest northern boy upon the great divide among the mountains, strongest part of mine abides. Finest northern boy by a mountain stream, picking in the morning and still living out the dream, still picking in the morning and still living out the dream. My dog and I sailed west in a Ford Chevy boat. We felt sorta like my Irish immigrant folks, heading off into the great unknowing. A few songs for singing and seeds for sowing, and we nestled in a cabin in the tall, tall pines that had the world's best smell when the sun would shine. Felt the pole, saw the star wheel turn. Some lessons I had to live to learn. Finest northern boy upon the great divide among the mountains, strongest part of mine abides. Finest northern boy by mountain stream, picking in the morning and still living out the dream. the most sense. Sitting in a circle singing songs with friends. I'd not trade a minute of my traveling round. Buckeye boy, chase siren sound. Most fun wins been my only goal. That sleeping at night with a happy soul. Finest northern boy upon the great divide. Among the mountains, the strongest heart of mine abides. Finest northern boy by mountain street, picking in the morning and still living out the dream. Still picking in the morning and still living out the dream. I was born one morning those Ohio hills.
From the album Band of Gypsys, that is Kevin Dooley and Northern Boy. And I've got Kevin, or should still have Kevin on the phone. Are you still here?
I am still here.
Right.
That sounded good.
Cool. So tell me, I'm trying to rig up so that we can hear you better at this end. So if I lose you, I'm trying to put you through a Bluetooth speaker at this end. We are having our problems on iMTV tonight, but we're trying our best to get round them. Thanks for joining us, guys. There is a chat frame, so any thoughts on the sound quality, etc., will be gratefully received. You should have a chat frame on the page that you are viewing. We have got viewers across the network, including Kevin's page itself. We are broadcasting on Kevin Dooley's page, and we were doing stuff like this during lockdown, Kevin. And I can remember it being as frantic as this as well.
A little bit of the same thing. Yeah, I've got old technology here, so I'm not helping out as much as I probably could. But
Well,
I appreciate you getting the word over there, and thanks for folks for paying attention and tuning in here.
excellent. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for being with us tonight, Kevin. I say tonight, it's afternoon there in Colorado. And I think it was about this time that I was there, and the winter hasn't starting to close in yet, is it? You're into autumn there, though, I would say.
We are into autumn. The leaves are just starting to change up high. I'm down a little bit lower. They're, just must be beginning here. We had a really warm summer and a really wet kind of spring, so
Yeah.
our fall is coming a little later. Gotten some snow way up high in the mountains.
Well, and you can see the mountains from there. It's a beautiful spot. So, right, on the album and featuring heavily, and truth to say, on most of your albums, how many have you released now, Kevin?
This is the 12th one. So
12.
11 dozen.
So they've and the ones that I know of, anyway, we've worked together on 2 or 3. There's a very strong element of Irish music, and that's what came out through that song, Northern Boy, as well. Would I be right in saying that?
Yeah, I think definitely so. I got to tour in Ireland probably 12 or 13 years ago after the Moonlight Highway CD, and it really did change my approach to music. I'm also playing a lot in the DADGAD open tuning, which is
Bluetooth connected.
Are you still there, Kevin?
Whoops, I still am. It asking me something about connected. But so I'm playing in the DADGAD tuning, which even makes it sound a little more Irish. I'm a real untrained musician, so I like bringing a lot of different sounds in there. But you are certainly to identify the Irishness in there. First time I toured, I tried to play Irish traditional tunes for folks, like the folks in Ireland wanted to hear my interpretation of their songs, and didn't appreciate that maybe as much as I thought they would. But I loved sort of incorporating those sounds and that feel into my music style. So
Yeah.
thanks for noticing that. Yeah.
Well, it's a smoother transition from the Irish into the old-timey as well. I wondered, you know what, it makes me wonder just how smooth that transition was for the original immigrants.
Right. And I do think it was, both the instrumentation and folks, if they're looking at the cover of the record there that you've got up there, that's actually my grandpa sitting on the right playing fiddle.
Yeah.
But with that kind of acoustic, instrumentation, especially, and he grew up it more was in Ohio and Indiana.
Yeah.
But it was still the same thing as the Appalachian, so it was still an old-timey and definitely a very Celtic and Irish kind of feel.
Yeah.
Underneath. Yeah. So,
Were they coming in with the rail workers and that?
Yeah, exactly so.
Yeah,
And
so they would have been coming in as navvies from Ireland directly as well, eh?
Right. And actually, my folks, I found out, came in, we were O'Dooleys from Armagh, that came over in 1743 with, I think they called the Scotch Lutheran.
Yeah.
And through Philadelphia and helped build what they call the Indian Road into Pennsylvania and Ohio, which is where my folks settled, and so that's where I was born in Ohio then, yeah.
Yeah, real hillbillies, eh?
Right. You can feel what's interesting to me is growing up, I was never that thrilled about what I heard as the Irish music, which was my uncles and my dad one time a year, kind of singing funny songs, but more Irish ballads is what we heard in America. And what really opened my ears was coming over and playing more traditional and a wider variety of stuff. And I found a real soulfulness to Celtic and Irish music that I had not appreciated from my more American indoctrination early on, I think. I like those songs, but it wasn't the same thing.
Well, there's this actual song about your granddad. Before we go and play that, what do you remember? Was he involved in your first musical memories?
He absolutely was responsible for all my first musical memories. Since my mom's dad, and he was, my mom was born to them when they were in their 50s, so pretty late in life. So by the time I was old enough, maybe in my 10 to 12, Grandma had gone, and Grandpa came and stayed 4 months out of the year with each of his daughters. So he came and stayed with my mom for 4 months. And I was raised by a hardcore Indiana basketball coach of a dad who did not really like that I wanted to play music, but I knew then I did. But Grandpa would come, he made instruments, he could play anything. He could pick up furniture and play stuff.
Nice.
He played the musical saw.
Yeah.
And so he just gave me this appreciation of music in a very simple kind of way, too, it just fed me and kept me going to a point where I realized that that's what I had to do with my life, and at a certain point I tried to do some other things in my life that would have been more professional, but came back around to just the love of music, and so Grandpa's been on 3 or 4 tunes because he's definitely been my musical muse, and this song that we're going to play now actually fell out in about 15 minutes one morning. I sat down to do a little painting. I kind of do Bob Ross color therapy, oil painting in the mornings just for my amusement mostly, and I was thinking of what to do, and I felt his hand on my shoulder, and that song wrote itself in about 10 minutes. So it's kind of it's a benefit of all of those years of writing. So it took 40 years to get to that moment that it spit out, I guess, but a true story on that. So.
Okay. So what we'll do, we'll play Grandpa's Smile. It's from Band of Gypsys. It's on your screen right now. Kevin Dooley is in my microphone from my handheld phone, but we're getting there, Kevin. I didn't think 5 minutes ago that we would be able to conduct this interview, but it's there.
The smoke signals and the telegraph.
Yeah, we'll get back to the telegraph, and your dad probably built it. Here we go, Granddad's Smile.
shining on my oils and brushes, wondering what to do with this empty canvas. Some days it seems that the thing most clear is farthest back in my rear view mirror. But I just felt my granddad's smile. Haven't felt that feeling in a long, long while.
Check. Can you hear me?
This strong hand upon my shoulder,
Just trying to get this Bluetooth speaker working.
reassuring me now that I'm older.
Nobody's saying that they can't hear anything. We've still got an audience.
Self-made man,
We'll just bash on.
Mark Twain style. I just felt my granddad's smile. I just felt those blue eyes smile. Old tweed sport gets full of treasure. Peppermint drops, butterscotch lifesavers, 10-cent cigars and payday bars. That old yellow almanac is mapped to the stars. I just felt my granddad's smile. Haven't felt that feeling in a long, long while. This strong hand upon my shoulder, reassuring me now that I'm older. Self-made man, Mark Twain style. I just felt my granddad's smile. I just felt those blue eyes smile. My mark a few times, that's true. I'm grateful and amazed that I made it on through with the golden rule and my childish ways, making the most of every day. I just felt my granddad's smile. Haven't felt that feeling in a long, long while. His strong hand upon my shoulder, reassuring me now that I'm older. first light shining on my oils and brushes, wondering what to do with this empty canvas.
So we are listening to Band of Gypsys, the new album by Kevin Dooley. He is, I'm hoping, still on the line. Kevin, are you with us?
I'm still on the line.
Goodness me, it seems that tenuous as it is, we have that connection straight through to Longmount in Colorado. And I have to say, I adored the instrumentation on this album, Kevin. There's sweeping acoustic instruments coming in and out.
Oh, thank you. And this was interesting. I went back and actually this is all recorded to tape. So my good buddy Charles Sawtell, who was at a band called Hot Fries with Tim O'Brien way back when, who was a recording engineer and aficionado and way into tape machines. And I have an 8-track tape machine still in my studio I had not used for a while, and decided to track this all to tape, so it's all in a very isolated room and then all individually tracked, to tape, and I think it really does create a nice, big, warm sound, and
Yeah.
the player, Oliver Jacobson, who plays fiddle on this record, is just absolutely amazing. My buddies from the Subdudes, John Magny was playing the accordion in there, and Steve Amity playing the drums, and Steve Mullins playing the mandolin, so just I'm in a fabulous situation from playing so long on the Front Range. We do have a strong music scene.
Yeah.
And when these guys were kind of heard that I was recording, they kind of all wanted to get in. And so it became very, very comfortable, like sort of the experience we've had here, but just sort of adjusting and then just having them in my home to do the recording and all the tracking. And then James Tuttle from E-Town does all my mixing and mastering, so he takes it and puts it into Pro Tools and gets it as organized as he can, and I think it does turn out a pretty high quality product at not a super expensive rate, but really comfortable and carefully recorded. Really gave me the chance to really redo my vocals many more times than I have in some other recordings, and I'm pretty proud of the way that came out, because I do, as you said, there are story songs. I tried to get pretty good enunciation so people could hear the words. Just for your listeners too, on my website, I do have all the lyrics up there. If folks get into listening and can't quite figure out what maybe one or two of those words are, the lyrics are up on that website for folks to follow. So thank you for that. I take particularly a lot of care in really kind of capturing kind of the full range of the acoustic instruments, to just sort of get, capture really the beauty of that particular sound. I'm not sure a better way to say it than that.
Yeah.
But,
Well, you've achieved your goal in spades. It is a fantastic thing, folks. We have got some comments, so people are able to hear you, it would seem. There's Bob Neely saying, very nice, Kevin. So Bob must be listening on your webpage, I would think, and we've got a growing audience on your webpage at the moment as well. So thanks to everyone who is tuning in. Maybe it's the first time you've tuned in to iMTV. The web, all these streams go out on our website as well, and our website is below. I will at some point flash up the Moose mobile. Just for your information, Kevin, you know this, but these broadcasts come out at the back of a camper van. Actually, two. This one is on this side, and we have one on stateside, and have visited Longmount in the past, although we didn't connect on that. This might be before we actually met. But I've a good friend in Teresa Storch.
Right, and Teresa's a good friend of mine too, and I knew when you were in town. I don't remember what it was, but I did have some scheduling conflict, because otherwise I would have gotten over there because I like Teresa and Peter a lot, and she's really doing a nice job. She was just down. Saw her pictures. They were. Both
she was
down
doing Swarfer, yeah. She
down
was.
in Austin, so
She
I
was.
haven't made it down there for a few years, but I hope to.
She
maybe
was
next
down
year.
with all her Texas friends down there, so I'm looking forward to catching up with her and all of that. But yeah, Facebook's good for that. You get to see what people are up to, and
Hopefully next time, if you roll out this way, we will get together.
well, we'll be through at some point, definitely. If not, we'll meet on the road, or even better, Kevin, maybe you'll I'll coincide my Irish Stravigs with one of your Irish Stravigs. That would be fun.
Yeah, that would definitely be fun, and I'm overdue for a visit and stuff like that. So I'm getting ready to sort of plan on something. So we'll make sure we stay in touch.
Let's stay in touch with that. Maybe we can do a couple in the lowlands of Scotland and then jump over to Ulster, and you can show me the Dooley homeland.
Yeah, there we go. I would love that.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
I think that's a good plan.
Yeah.
So back to the album. I'm thinking Yesterday's Road,
Okay.
and then if you would pick one out for us to play after that, tell us about it. Yesterday's Road, and what should we play after that?
Okay, Yesterday's Road, I've got a couple tunes on here that are, I try to make my political commentary not super overt, but this one is especially from an American perspective of watching everything the whole world has gone through, but especially in America, what we've gone through in recent years in political torment sort of, and even to today. And this song is sort of just observing how all the things we love in life tend to come and then pass down yesterday's road. But for some reason or other, this situation in our political environment, we've not been able to work through with our democratic process. But this song is a hope that one day we're going to wake up and the people that tell us that they know everything that's going on, that so obviously will be gone and down yesterday's road. So that's the gist of this. Is I wish they would be gone as fast as the wonderful things in life that pass too quickly.
Yeah, well, there you are. I'm with you on all of that, brother. This is Yesterday's Road coming up. Kevin Dooley isn't able to join us in the studio. He is, however, joining us in the wonders of Messenger, live from Longmount in Colorado. This is Kevin, Yesterday's Road with fading in. Yeah, we're building an audience, Kevin, so we'll do one more, eh?
Kinda like that wood smoke on a summer evening. Kinda like that song.
Yeah. And that's the lead-in track, so yeah, we'll go ahead
Kinda
and
like that
throw it away.
flash in the pan that swiftly swirls away. Kinda like that always moving target. Kinda like that shoulda known time would tell. Kinda like that first word was fairly well. Going down yesterday's road.
Very cool. That is Kevin Dooley and his album Band of Gypsys and all sorts of manner of things squeaking and clicking in the background here. Kevin joins us on the phone. Technology at its best. Thanks, Kevin. Lovely song. We're going to play out with Brother Wind. And I do appreciate you taking the time to do this. Thank you. We are helping Kevin launch the album, and it went out to radio and ads today. Or was it actually launched today?
Yeah, launched. Well, yesterday. I guess.
Yesterday, yeah. 1st of October. So it's winding its way in digital form across Europe as we speak today. So it's a delight to be able to help you with this.
I sure appreciate it. And you helped me with the Treehouse CD, which was that 7 or 8 years ago. And was such a wonderful response from the folks over there. I really appreciate it, and it's nice. Really get a sense as an American songwriter, and I know DJs are busy people. They got lots of submissions and stuff.
Yeah.
But I really feel that European DJs, I can just sort of tell that there's a little bit more time spent listening to the product that gets sent. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but it's appreciated, and it certainly comes through to me.
It's kind of in the culture, I think, Kevin. I mean, particularly with the DJs, they like to read the back of the album as well as the front of the album, so that and they recognise some of the players and certainly some of the situations that you're in, and they will follow your career. And I mean, your career. Let's talk some about that. I mean, you've won all manner of songwriting competitions down the years, have you not?
I have. And I've also won a couple of acoustic blues guitar picking awards as well. So
that's an important element for you, isn't it? Teaching and passing on the.
It really is, and it's really what I've done more in the last decade of my life is really trying to mentor and teach. And of course, COVID kind of knocked a lot of things out altogether. But that's really where my strongest interest is now, and then also to keep doing recordings just like this one as well, because it kind of rejoined me back into music and a little bit post the hiatus of things, and it's kind of a stream of things. And I also realized that this great group of musicians that played with me on the record, they're all at the same time, we're all getting a little longer in the tooth and a lot of gray hairs in our head, and we're not as thrilled maybe as much as doing gigs. It's not as easy to get them to do gigs anymore as it is to come in and record and sort of use their skills that way. And that kind of works for me a little bit more too. I'm a little bit more selective with gigs that I can do and that kind of stuff. It just sort of goes with the territory. But that's definitely kind of a blessing for me to just have that much talent at my disposal. And so I'm going to actually start another recording again this wintertime, same kind of format.
Yeah, you've actually got, while we're talking about gigs, you've actually got one or two really nice listening room gigs in Longmont and Boulder and Denver, of course, yeah.
Right. Yeah, we do, and then...
house concerts as well, there's a lot of cool ones.
House concerts are nice, and I think Teresa did one with R.J. Cowdery or something maybe not long ago, who was out for the Folks Fest, and so we do have that, and I've also gotten in on the ground floor with some folks that are doing a small festival, much smaller than our Rocky Mountain Folks Fest kind of thing, that is just north of town here in Berthoud at a great location. It's only going to be sort of hundreds of people, not thousands of people, so it's going to be very intimate. But they want to do a song school teaching, and then they have a non-profit status, so we're going to try to get it to more kids in schools and some other things like that.
Very cool.
Which is an interest of mine too.
Yeah. You were telling me that that photo of your dad, which is back up on the screen now, of your granddad, that was taken near Bean.
That was in actually they're in Brown County, Indiana, which is very near Bean Blossom.
Yeah.
Which is where One of the very early bluegrass festivals. We were talking about that. I think Bill Monroe came. We were
There's
also talking about the history of that.
folks haven't heard this, there's a magnificent Bill Monroe at his height recording live from Bean Blossom, and it's a delight. We were talking earlier. It was a delight to know that festival not only is still going, but as old as you were saying, because it was a fiddle competition beforehand, eh?
Right. That I think morphed into the festival, which is probably what brought him down. And actually,